What's up, Cristiano? This is a quick demo video for you for your KR Leia. So just got this done this morning, and we can go over it, right? This is installed with a CFX. It's got a NeoPixel setup, so you've got CCSabers LEDs in here. I'll show you how those light up. This is a one-button setup on CFX, so I'll show you how to use the one button for different things. And then to get to everything, we want to unscrew this pommel right here. This chassis was made by Robert Sotomayor over at CFX. You know, I like his chassis design for this, so whenever I do these, I use his chassis. It's a very nice setup. It is a wireless setup, so it uses the 14-pin PCBs from Smugglers Outpost, and these 14 pins line up with that PCB right up there, right? Now you can see, if you can see all those screws that are protruding into the handle, you know, from holding on these grips, that's what the grooves in this chassis are for. So it's not, you put it in, those grooves will hit the screws and it'll slide right forward, right? But if you get caught up back here on one of those screws, just kind of twist it and it'll go right in for you. So we'll pull this out. You got your CFX board right here. You got easy access to your SD card, so you can pop that in and out, which I've done several times to mess with, you know, adding sound fonts or your configuration, whatever you want to do. You've got a 28mm bass speaker, and then you've got a removable battery setup. So the spring side here is going to be your negative side, always. Let's throw a battery in it, right? So we've got a battery right here.
Can I speak with you?
Just like that, lock it in, and then we'll just throw it in. Now with these with this particular PCB set from Smugglers Outpost, which is a little bit different from other people's, you can put this in any orientation you want, as far as, you know, twisting it like this. The only thing that's really limiting you is needing to line up the grooves in the chassis with the screws protruding in here. But other than that, you don't have to worry about any particular orientation. And then we'll take this and we'll screw this on. So when you screw this on, this actually takes the chassis and it pushes it up and engages all those pins, pushes it up into that PCB. Whoops. Pushes it up into that PCB for you, so that you know, everything makes connections well. And then we turn it on with our only button that we got, right? This is very loud. You just tap it for blaster deflex. We'll hold it to turn it off. And then I've got a little test blade right here. So this takes a 1-inch diameter blade. Hopefully you got one. I'm sure you do. I'm gonna lock in 2 of your blade retention screws.
You were right before.
So we've locked in those retention screws. We've got our blade in. We just turn it on. If you don't like red, what you can do is hold down the button and twist your wrist.
Spectrum.
And now you can turn the hilt like this. And every time it clicks, it's a different color. Much like the setup that I just did for you on your KY Jedi Killer, right? But that was a 2-button. So if we wanted blue, I think it was, we find a blue and then tap the button. Now when we turn it back on, we got blue. This is a solid blade too, so same as the other saber, we'll hold down the button and twist our wrist, but then this time keep the button held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Now you can twist the hilt again, and every time it clicks, you got a different blade effect. Some of the different ones that come on that look solid, we'll just stop there. Just tap a button when you find something you like. So as you're cycling through those, some of them just look solid, but they have different pre-on and pre-off effects. Like this one was a solid blade, but then it kind of had like a disintegrating effect, right? When you turn it off.
You were right before.
Like that, right? So with every aftermarket sound font you buy, I think a lot of them will have soundtracks, and to get them to play, just double tap the button.
You were right before.
Or when you wake the board up. do anything you want while the track is playing. And then double tap to turn it off. Just like that. Now to get blade lock up on a 1 button, you got to hit the blade and hold down the button at the same time. It's a little tricky. Just like that. And then we'll take the blade out, and then I'll show you how to take the battery out. Super easy, same way we put it in, right? Take the blade out. We'll unscrew this guy. Here's your chassis sticking out just a little bit. We can go ahead and pull it on right on out. Now this chassis is the battery compartment is kind of tight, so you might need a tool or something to help you pop that battery out from the positive side. But then it comes right out, and then you just slide this guy back in, and we'll just screw it back in for safekeeping. And that is your Leia. So if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks, man.